Sub vlog. I was bored on the plane, so you can be bored for this 1 minute. So basically, I don't even know. We waited for our plane and then we got on. And then obviously I'm a fatty, so I had to get a meal and I devoured that shit so quickly. And then I had to watch some movies because that was boring as hell. Then when we almost got there, I found out we'll be delayed for like 6 hours. So I got some snacks and I got a fruit salad and I spilled it on myself. I got a panini. Then I didn't film, but it was 9-hour flight. Okay, guys, and we made it to Japan. Be grateful I did not film for those 9 hours. Then we were like underneath the airport and we went to a 7-Eleven and I got these weird Duolingo looking treats and there were these weird little vending machines. And then we got on like a subway train. That was pretty snazzy. And then we went to our place. That is our place. It's legitimately tiny. Then we got changed and went on the trains to go shopping, but my phone died, so y'all don't get to see that. Sub vlog. This was my fit. We went shopping. I was super jet lagged because this was the day we landed in Japan. But we had to take like a bunch of trams, and this is what I bought. So I bought this NYPD Clinic. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I don't love NYPD and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't even think we're friends. So these were the shorts I got from Brandy Melville. You don't get to see that for free. You're not my boyfriend. Don't even try that. Then I bought these pajama shorts, but I'm gonna be wearing them out and about. Like, literally, who wouldn't wear them out and about? And I also bought these flower ones, but guys, I don't know how to feel about them. But yeah, I think that's it. So come back for my Disney vlog. Sub vlog. So today we're going to Disneyland, and this is the fit. Lucky you get to come along for this. This was me waiting for my family because they were literally taking forever to get ready. But then we had to go on like a mesh. We had to catch like 3 different trains just to get there. So I was going through it a little bit. But once we were there, we just went around on like a bunch of rides. This was the Pirates of the Caribbean one. It was cool. Then we went on this canyon roller coaster. That was my first ever roller coaster I had ever been on, and it was so fun. But that's what the roller coaster looks like. And then we just went around on different rides and stuff. My phone died, so I couldn't actually film all the rides and stuff. But we just went on rides, got some food, and this is Pluto. I bought him. He's my adopted child. But the rest you cannot see because I know Isaac's watching this. What's up, vlog? So this was my fit. We went to Disneyland, so we took the train. We went to Disney Sea. It was Disneyland Day 2. This was the train. They had Mickey Mouse things. It's so cute. This was the hotel you could stay in. This was the entrance. It was literally so friggin' fancy. Like, everything about this was so cool. Everything was so detailed. But anyway, so this was just like a view of like all the shops and the entryway and stuff. Whatever. Then we went walking around. This was like one of the rides, but it was shut. So we went to this roller coaster. This was the roller coaster. I was so excited. This was me and Paige before the roller coaster. We were feeling very good, very excited. These are some of the views of it. There was like a full 360 loop in this. So it was our first proper roller coaster, but this was us after. Then this was the Tower of Terror. You literally just drop from the top of it. I was so scared. But then we went back on some other rides and stuff because we got some butter chicken. Oh my god, it was so good. But then we went back on some other rides and stuff before I got late. And this was Italy. And then we went shopping because I needed to stand in the warm before we left. What's up, vlog? This was the fit. We were going to take these bikes out, but we're lazy, so we took the train. This is the bamboo forest. This was our first stop of the day. I thought there were going to be pandas here, but it was still really pretty and it was still a fun experience, so I'm not complaining. It was autumn here, guys. It was so pretty. All of the leaves were like changing from like reds to oranges to greens. It was literally amazing. But then we went into the town. We just did some shopping around. We went to this Miffy store. Guys, this was the first time I've ever heard of Miffy. So I filmed a lot in here because this place was so cool. Like, this little rabbit was so cute. I wanted it. But this place was low-key just a shrine for a bunny. Like, I was a bit concerned. But then we got some food. And what do we know? More food. Then we went temple hunting. These were all Buddhist temples. They were all so freaking pretty. Like, the trees and the bamboo and the temples. It was such a nice day. And then we went into that big main temple. Oh, well, we went around all the other temples and then we went into the big main one. But look at how pretty the leaves are, guys. It was like Oh my gosh. Then Dad turned into military man mode. He was telling us the history, like, I don't know how he could read that Japanese, y'all. But anyway, this was like the deck, and then we went like in the buildings and stuff. Yeah. It was pretty. This was a koi pond. Oh my gosh. The like gardens here were so freaking gorgeous. Oh, then we got some smoothies and we took the train to the mall. Guys, I just wanted to go home at this point. Like, I was tired. I was done. Oh, we hit like 3 malls in this one day, so it was good, I guess. Then we got some McDonald's. Fatties again. Oh my goodness. It was fucking delicious though. No regrets. What's up, vlog? So this was my fit for today, and we went to go find the deer and feed them, but this was where we ended up. This was literally the entrance to the park, guys. It wasn't the right park, but isn't it a pretty entrance? Anyway, this was like just, I don't know, a scale of how big the park was. It was gigantinormous, and this was where we noticed we fucked up a little bit. So I just ate my sandwich and tried to like thug it out, but I really couldn't. Army dad mode had been switched on once again, and this time we were in a military base, so there was literally no escaping it, but it was pretty, so we kept exploring. This is him caught in 4K. Look at this. Actioning and everything. He's adorable, but come on, man. Guys, this is also his first time being at this park, okay? No one knows if he knows what he's talking about, but this was the government buildings, which is kind of crazy. This is where, like, all the government workers would, I don't know, do their work. It was kind of cool to see all the history, and they always have photos to, like, show you what it would look like back in the day, and then, like, a recreation of it, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I thought this tree was literally the most gorgeous thing in the world, so I took a video of it. Eating again. Is that a surprise? No. Anyway, it stunk. It smelled like rat poos. Okay? Guess why? These deer stunk, but they were so cute. I love deer. It doesn't look like there are many deer, but trust the process. Watch till the end of the video, because I know some of you fake hoes don't. Okay? I got a few faraway clips because they weren't around us, but just wait, okay? They came up to us, and my dad got bit, but I got some really pretty photos and some really bad videos. There are so many deer in these clips, you just have to really use your looking eyes, okay? Can you see? You probably can't see them. Well, this is kind of a bad video, but there's a lot, okay? Look in these clips. Do you see how far back those deer go? Really far. There's hundreds of them in here, and they just roam around. And apparently they attack. But anyway, then we went home, and I have no idea what this deer is doing. He was gone through it. What's up, vlog? This was me at 6 a.m. I did not want to be there. But anyway, this was outside. It literally, everyone had just woken up. But then we went to Universal. I was in a better mood once we got there. This was the Hollywood Dream ride. We went forwards and backwards. And then we went on the Jurassic Park ride. Guys, this ride looked crazy when you weren't even on it. And obviously I couldn't film on any of the rides. But y'all, when I tell you I saw the light, I saw the light. Then we went to Mario Land. I don't really know what it's called. But it was pretty, but we didn't actually do anything there. Also, that was me after the roller coaster, guys. The Jurassic Park one really, really shook me. But this place was cool. Oh my gosh, then we got food at Jaws. I literally finished eating my chicken nuggets when I found out that they were not chicken, it was shark. And I was a bit traumatized. That cake was so bad. I wanted to die. Then we went to Harry Potter Land, and I filmed most of Harry Potter Land that I could, because I know gang wanted to see that, but I couldn't film the actual ride, so I just filmed, like, Hogsmeade and, like, all the angles of the castle that I could get. So this was Hogsmeade while we were walking there. And that was the castle. It looked so good. But there was a fat warehouse at the back, so it was kind of ugly from that angle. And that was, like, the gardens. This was me filming the Harry Potter song they were playing, but I muted the clip. This is just some more angles. Inside was so cool, but after a certain point, I obviously couldn't film because I had to put my phone away. But it was cool. This man, the statue. Oh, that's the mirror, which I thought was so cool. This statue, that it scared the living heckers out of me. But then we were back in Hogsmeade, and this was like the owl. store, the Post store. Then we went to Minion Land. Minion Land looked cool, but it was so friggin', like, the ride was not worth the wait. So, yeah.
There is something on your mind by the way you look at me. There is something on your mind, honey.
What's up, vlog? I actually didn't know that I had this, but we were on Mish, and this is the area we were staying in. We stayed in little capsule rooms. I can't remember if I filmed it or not, but this was the locker room. Then we went to visit a samurai house. It was really cool. I posted about this a lot, actually. I just forgot I filmed it. This was the garden. This is what I was posting about. Look at how beautiful it is. So, like, it was so beautiful here and so, like, peaceful. Like, the air was crisp. All you could hear outside was, like, the waterfall and, like, the creek and, like, the birds. There were little koi fish in here, too. I don't know if I filmed that or not. But, like, look at it. All of the strings from, like, in the sky, that's to... because they shape the plants how they want them to be. Because it's winter there, they string up all the trees so it looks beautiful in summer. Which is a little weird in my opinion, but hey, do what you gotta do. Anyway... this was, like, the tea room. This was pretty cool. This was the, like, views and, like, that was the man's bedroom view. But this was just some cool trinkets and stuff. I don't know what that says. There was a translation, I just didn't want to read it. And these are all the different samurai swords that they have. I just thought maybe someone would be interested in this, because God knows I was.